So UiPath's management was asked a very interesting question in a June 6 meeting with an senior research analyst from Robert Baird. And the question was, how do you get your foot in the door in the first place? How do you attract customers? And for me, that's a pretty important part of my investing framework, the customer value proposition. What is it that you offer customers? And to me, this is critical. So I thought it would be important to go through this and to go through the response that UiPath's management gave to this question so you as investors can get some insight into how UiPath generates sales and generates revenue. So let's get right into this brief video. So the CFO says that our primary entry point historically has been customers have come to say, I need help solving a pain point. And I heard that UiPath's platform can solve that need. Right? So first the customer has this pain point and they realize that UiPath is a company that can solve that pain point. So then UiPath goes in and does a pilot use case, right? So they go in and they show the company that they can indeed solve that pain point. So you can improve. So some examples could be you can improve employee onboarding by X number of days. Instead of taking 14 days to onboard an employee, we could maybe bring that down to 7 days. Or you can go and create an invoice processing with less touch and higher degrees of accuracy, right? So instead of having to click, click, click 15 times to create an invoice, UiPath may be able to do that with maybe just one click or fewer and make it faster, more seamless, more accurate. And UiPath goes in and physically shows the company that they can, how they can improve their process. So once they've demonstrated that they can indeed solve that pain point, now the customer is hooked, right? Now they're like, oh, awesome. This solves something that we've been wanting to solve. It improves our business process. All right, now let's take it to the next step, right? Let's deepen this relationship because now we're confident you've shown us, like we've seen it firsthand, that you can definitely help us. So the second step is once you get past that, then you go in and you build an automation pipeline, right? So it's not just that one thing that you came to us for. It's not just one thing, right? And no business has only one process that can potentially be automated. Every business has multiples and multiples of processes that can potentially be automated. So the second step is to get in there and see how many that those are. How many manual areas do you have? If I say how many people log into an application or know somebody who logs into an application, downloads some data, manipulates it, and then has to do something with it, right? And that's very, very common. There's a few areas where I need to go in and download data, manipulate it, and upload it, and that can certainly be automated, right? That can certainly be automated. Now think of bigger companies that have multiples of employees that are doing this type of thing, and it can all be automated. So that's when companies, UiPath starts demonstrating to companies, well, you know what? I can apply what you did to for us in this one area. I can apply it to these half a dozen areas or these dozen areas, and that's where you start to see UiPath's net dollar expansion rate increase, right? And I've been talking about UiPath's net dollar expansion for quite some time now. And what I say is anything over 100, the figures as much over 100%, the better, because over 100% means that companies that were with you 1 year, in the next year, they're spending more money with you because they noticed that you delivered a great value to them and they're increasing their spending with you, right? And UiPath has demonstrated a net dollar expansion rate over 100% for several quarters now. So there you have it, a and insight, a look into just how UiPath gets their foot in the door, what's often called a land and expand strategy. So they go in with one particular use case with a corporation or with an enterprise or institution, and then they work their way out because UiPath is confident that enterprises and institutions have many tasks that can be automated. And so they're confident going in with just one, and then they expand their use cases. All right, but that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.